guys, it's Zion and I'm here to show you how I do my simple everyday makeup look. So keep watching and I hope you enjoy it. This is already primed with the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Blur and Smooth Primer in 100. So it's this one. So I'm going to start with applying my foundation. I usually use the Estee Lauder All Day foundation, but I'm running out of it, so I'm going to use the second best, or my second favorite, the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade Cocoa. It's one of their darkest shades. So I'm just going to apply that all over my face. I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I'm going to take the NYX Wicked Dreams palette. I'm going to use the darkest shade, the black shade. I'm going to take my angled eyebrow brush and just take that, dip it in a little bit, start at the end. So it's darkest and then I blend it out to the lightest. And so it's kind of graduated. I mean, a graduated brown, not a really dark brown. So it keeps it natural. So just like that. So it's already pretty sharp already, but we're going to clean it up with some concealer right now. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Cafe and this angled brush. It's kind of like a, I guess it's tapered. And I'm going to take a little bit off of the top part so it's not too much. We don't want too much concealer. And I'm going to just start at the ends so I can blend it out. Moving on to the other brow. Same thing. Brows on fleek. So next we're going to move on to, I usually move on to the eyeshadow step because I want to get that out of the way before I do the rest of my face, the highlighting, contouring, everything else. So I take the same Wicked Dreams palette and I take a fluffy eyebrow brush, or I mean eyeshadow brush, and I want to take the kind of like this shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to also be using this dark brown to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow or a little bit of a contour. So I take that shimmery shade, I go to the middle of my eyelid, I just kind of pack it on there while brushing it out. So it's even, smooth, still looks nice. We take that dark brown shade that we talked about and we want to go into our crease, just a little bit lightly, not too much. Then we're going to take our liquid liner. Now my favorite one, I've been using this forever, the Wet n Wild H2O liquid eyeliner. Yeah, liquid eyeliner. Let it connected, fill it in, fill in any spaces. I'm gonna go over the top. Yes. So it's still sharp, still looks good. Same with the other side. It's a little bit harder because this is my bad side. I usually like my wings a little bit shorter, but I think the long still looks good. Gives it that accent, it's pretty. So then I'm going to move on to the mascara. This is just a basic mascara from the hair store, but I do really like it because it has this kind of like spiky end, so I'm able to reach my inner corner lashes and my bottom lashes precisely. So I take this regular Rimmel London waterproof Kohl Kajal eyeliner. It was like 99 cents. I Rite Aid. And you just want to pull this down a little bit. Okay. So then we're going to move on to our highlighting, contouring, everything else. So I'm going to take the same Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 30 Cafe. And I'm going to do that under the eyes. I find that when you tend to take pictures and you blend your concealer outwards towards the sides of your face, it gives more flashback. So we just want to keep the brightness in this whole area in the middle of the face. So take this angled brush. I don't usually use a beauty blender for this because one, since I already used it for my foundation, it tends to mix with that already. And this just gives me more of a preciseness of where I want my concealer to go. So just... Then after that, I take another concealer. This is just for extra brightness because I like that on my face. The Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. This is a concealer too in, I guess, 40. It didn't really give me a specific shade name. So what I do with this is I apply it like the closest to my nose, a little bit on my brow, under my brow, just the points of your face where it's the brightest. Just blend that out really well. Make sure everything's together, everything's just seamless. Okay, now I take my beauty blender, I take my Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I lightly apply it. I don't want it to be too, because this setting powder, it tends to get a little bit yellow. So I just want it the lightest possible when it comes to applying it. And now, while that's setting into my face, I take the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Now this is really good because it has 3 different shades that you can use: the contour, sculpt, and highlight. I use a sculpt for sometimes if I want to, I guess, cut my contour a little bit sharper. I'll show you how I do that right now. So I take my beauty blender the other side and I dip it into the contour color, just so it picks up the product well. And I go around my hairline, just for the extra, I guess, shading and color. Go along the sides of your face and kind of draw it into the hollows of your cheeks like that. Same with the other side. Oh, I feel like my hair's in the way. Same with the other side. Just kind of do the same thing, draw it into the hollows of your cheeks. Like that. Now what I do for cutting it off, I use a sculpting shade, and what I do, instead of using baking powder, I kind of just cut it off like this, because it's the same shade as my skin, so it helps a lot. Dust the setting powder off everywhere I put it. It can be hard to get the buttercup powder off, even if you're darker, especially if you're darker. It'll be kind of like a little bit yellowy, a little bit light. It gives that kind of like overcast if you don't blend it off well enough. So I think we're good with that. Moving on to the blush, just to add a little bit more warmth to our face, I take my NYX powder brush, or powder blush, in Cinnamon. I've heard that orange shades are really good for darker skin. Like the peachy tones, the orange tones, it just adds a lot of warmth and color in the right ways because you don't want to be too blushing. So we just apply that. Okay, we're good. Now, we take our setting spray. Now for the lips, I like to do the NYX Lip Lingerie. It's kind of like a really smooth matte with a brown liner. I line my lips first. And I apply this. Now it takes a little bit to dry. So just put it in the center. So once that's dry, you can leave it like this too. I do like it like this, the matte look. I'm into the glossy look today. So that's what we're gonna do, just apply a little bit of that right in the center. Now if you want to, I think I'm going to highlight today. I usually don't because I find that the look gives me a glow already. But I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. It was some limited edition product. This is in Holly Gold Head. I think it was like a Christmas type thing that they had. So I take a regular, just a little brush like this, spread some setting spray on it because it helps it stick to the brush and to my skin as well. And I apply on the highest points of my face because a lot of drugstore highlighters tend to have a glitter type highlight, but this one has more of a shimmer type highlight because I don't like to sparkle. I'm not Edward from Twilight. No. And that's the finished look. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was easy, simple, just step by step. So this is the look. So thank you guys for watching and make sure you stay tuned and look out for more videos coming up soon. Bye!